podcast is brought to you by the Deluxe Edition Network. To find more great shows on our network, head over to theden.show.
Welcome back, everybody. Episode 162 of Saturdays with Chicken Duck. Joining me this week is my ever-faithful companion, Casey Shear. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
This is officially our second episode of the, 7th or 16th season. I forget. It all ran together so fast. No Vu this week.
No Vu. Mike Bichetti
How are
and Jim
you?
Sharkey will be joining us later.
I thought they were calling in next week, but that's good. That's good. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. We were just with Santa Claus.
Really?
Uh-huh.
A little early in November for Santa Claus, isn't it?
Well, this episode's not coming out now.
No. No, it's not.
11/27. This will be coming out right after Thanksgiving, won't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
happy
this
Thanksgiving.
Is your Thanksgiving episode.
Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble. The boys met with Santa Claus this morning. We went to the Reading Phillies Toys for Tots, the old Marine, and I think it was Classic Harley, one of the Harley Davidsons. I think it was Classic. A lot of bikes, maybe 200 some bikes, a lot of bikes. So we were there at 11, by the time it opened, and Santa Claus didn't get there till about 12:30. So we were a little concerned that he wasn't showing up, and we were trying to carry around a 1-year-old and chase down a 4-year-old that was sure that he was showing up. So it was an interesting couple of minutes there. It was touch and go there at the end. But he showed up, and then he waited as all of these motorcycles pulled into the Cartec lot, and we stood right next to him, and Carter had a nice little chat with him. And then he came over to talk to Liam, too. So, boys are covered.
The first child.
The first child.
He was the
is
first
Liam.
child to speak to Santa Claus.
Probably. Santa Claus was waving the bikes, and I said, "Wow, that's a lot." And Santa was like, "It sure is." He said, "I was over at Classic, and it seemed like an awful lot." And I said, "Say hi to Santa Claus, Carter," because I was holding him, right next to Santa, and we were waving at the bikes just like Santa Claus was. So Carter, said, "Hi, Santa," and he said, "Oh, how are you?" And I said, "Tell him you've been a good boy," and he said, "I know," And then Santa said, "Well, do you know what you want?" And he said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, you want to tell me?" And he got really shy and turned away. I'm like, "All right, buddy." So that was it. We got in the car and left. So got to see the bikes. We had some hot chocolate. It's nice. A lot of toys. They got a lot of toys.
Good. Yeah, the Marines and the Toys for Tots are very good. They always collect a shitload of toys for the children every year.
Crazy how many people were there by noon. We were the first ones in the gate. So it was I didn't think there were that many people there, and then the next thing I know, it was packed. So it was a good time.
Now, did Santa come over on a bike?
He came in on I actually thought it was Jan. He came in on the back, right where the 50 cal is, and there was a 50 cal mounted to the back of this open backed Hummer. It was interesting. But that's what he came in, and then hopped out of that and went across the street and waved all the bikes in. Okay. And there was a bunch of cars, bunch of Jeeps. Neat.
When you said you thought it was Jan, I thought you were going to say he was in a Ranger where all four wheels turned one way, and he would drive toward the crowd in the Temple Parade.
I had the luxury of sitting next to Jan and the entire crew the other night at Shirley's. We went out to dinner, and Timmy and Jan and what I can't. What was the was it? What was the guy that worked there with the longer hair?
Monkey Hat Bobby.
Okay.
Did he have a hat on, like a weird looking rag hat on?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, yeah, that's Bobby with the longer hair. Maybe he only wears that to work. But
And maybe
dude,
his
you know how long ago I worked there?
Yeah.
Well, he worked there then, and he wore this like ratty, like it looks like a stuffed animal monkey, but it's a hat. But it's like the material of a stuffed animal. He has worn that since I worked there.
Wow.
He still wears it. The last time I was there, I saw them about, I don't know, 6 months ago.
Huh.
Still
Well,
wears
that's something. Nice. So that was it. That was those were my big stories for the week.
Oh. Well, don't you think, though, that it's a little... I mean, yeah, this isn't coming out until the 27th of November after Thanksgiving, but don't you think that today we're recording on November 7th? Don't you think it's a little early for Santa Claus?
I tried to explain that to the Marines, and they just wouldn't listen. I was like, dude, don't you think it's too early? And the Marines, can you believe it? The Marines were like, no, Jim, we need to have it today. And I said, all right, Marines, if you insist. I don't know. I just do what I'm told.
All right.
You have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, and they say he's going to be there. You show up there. That's what you do. Last year we went to the Liederkranz, and he didn't show up. And I think if we would have had a platform at the time, it would have probably been our top selling episode. I almost wrote a letter. I'm
Santa
not sure who.
No showed the Liederkranz?
Yeah, for their like Christmas market.
No show, no call.
I don't know. He must have called somebody, but nobody that I knew or nobody that I talked to knew about it until we got in. We like paid $20 to get in, and then like $20 more for beer, and then or food or whatever, and then we realized he wasn't there.
Oh, what was the reasoning? COVID?
No, I just think he canceled. I don't know what the reason was. I was irate by that time. It's probably almost flipping tables over. Devin probably just had to get me out of there.
Because you paid $20 to see Santa Claus and he no-showed. You were mad.
I don't have extra Santa Claus money like you do.
Speaking of parenting, do you have anything else to say?
Congratulations! What? What?
I listen to a lot of podcasts, and this is in my notes.
You do. You listen to almost too many. Some would say too many podcasts.
There's never too many podcasts.
Are you okay?
Have you heard any of these ads?
Are you okay? Don't ignore me. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Why?
You have a cold or something?
I don't know. Allergies. It's a little chilly in this room. Might
What,
get
like
Covis.
What is it, like 80 in that room or something?
Dude, it's freezing here.
My mom was like, oh my God, Jim, it's so cold down here. She's like, it's 64 right now. Can you believe it? I'm like, Mom, it's 27 degrees outside right now.
Well, it was 45 the other day. That's fucking cold. I told Barbara, I was like, I thought it was supposed to be warm in Tallahassee. She's like, not this part of Florida.
It was 64 in my house this morning when I woke up because my heater didn't kick back on last night.
Ooh.
64 under the covers.
It was 64 degrees. You had a thermometer under the covers.
I have a thermostat in my house, like most people do, that told me what the ambient temperature in my house was, and it said, hey, dickhead, it's 64. Do you want me to turn this heater on? And I said, yeah, you probably should, heater. And I hit the little button, and it turned on. And then I sent a bunch of email. Huh?
But you said it was 64 under the covers.
No, I said there I was under the covers like a little baby. Under the covers.
On a cold winter's morn.
Just me and the baby was with us. It was a good time this morning. Yeah, the baby likes to get up at 4 and then you go up and pick him up and bring him down to into our room, and he sleeps with us till like 5. Yeah,
Cool.
Good time. Carter, what are you doing? Oh, Carter wants to tell us something. Well, what do you want to tell us? Come on in.
There he is.
Come here. Do a little
Hi,
cameo.
Carter.
Hi.
Say
How
hi.
are you?
Good.
This is your first ever podcast.
Your first chicken duck episode.
Yeah.
You're famous now.
Yeah.
You're going to be on YouTube like all your friends. Watch. All right. I need you to go take a nap. Okay? So we can go to pop-ups. Okay?
But
Nope, no buts. Shut the door behind you, please. I'll be right up.
I want to still water for 8 minutes.
He wants to set an alarm for 8 minutes. That means he wants to sit down here until an Alexa alarm goes off that tells him to go somewhere. So let's talk about Ghostbusters.
Okay.
There's a new movie coming out this week, yeah?
Yeah.
And what was that you sent me?
Well, on my other podcast that I do, I wasn't sure if you knew I had another show, but we're doing an episode about fan films. So
I don't want. So we don't want to. You don't want to talk about it with me.
No,
then.
we can. I've been going down a rabbit hole with fan films, and I found that, and I thought you might like it.
It's only 16 minutes long.
That's the nice thing about fan films. They're short and sweet. Some of them.
But there's a lot of plot development that happens in that extra hour and 20 minutes that they're missing.
I figured out exactly what was happening in that short.
I actually, I laughed and say it's 16 minutes, and then I watched the first 5 minutes of it, and then kids went crazy. Like, it was still on the TV, and I completely missed the next, 7 minutes of it, and then I watched the last, 2 minutes of it. I'm like, it's like, and then, the credit roll. I'm like, well, that was great. That's why I said, well, 6 minutes into it, and nothing's happened yet. Then it ended. But I missed 10 minutes of it.
I just think it's really cool is to they're not making any money with it. They can't make any money with it, but they're just showing what they can do.
How do they not just get shut down?
They've been doing fan films since the 50s and 60s, so we
could do
allowed to do it as long as they don't make any money on it.
Oh. Some would beg to ask what the reason for it would be, but you have an answer.
To show what
for the same reason you do a Evel Knievel jump every time you drive by it. Have you been out to the museum since the new edition?
No. Did they put a new edition on? They got a few. They got a few new things I haven't seen, but no, I haven't been to that part of the country. I did go to.
They strap you to a rocket and shoot you up in the air, like it fall apart.
I did go to the site of the Snake River Canyon jump, though. That was pretty cool.
And you stood on the spot.
Yep, I stood on the dirt mound that is still there, and looked over the canyon.
That they didn't make it across, right?
Right, Evil never made it, but then remember we talked to.
And then Doug, not Doug.
Eddie Braun made it.
That's right.
Yeah, and that movie we talked to the guy who built the rocket, but that movie is out now. It's on Disney Plus. It's called Stuntman, about the making of the rocket and Eddie jumping the canyon.
Daddy.
I'll be watching that this afternoon. We can talk about it next week. Yeah, buddy.
He has 8 minutes, bud.
That's what he'll tell me. My Jewish apple cake didn't turn out well.
No, that's in my notes. I have a couple amendments I'd like to make from last week.
Oh, amend away.
So the Jewish apple cake. You said
time out. Just give me a second.
All right.
So let's talk about Jewish apple cake.
All right, yeah. So some amendments had to be made from last week.
What do you mean amendments?
You said that Jewish apple cake was from Philadelphia.
New York, I thought I said.
No, you definitely said Philadelphia.
Okay.
Even if you would have said New York, you would have been wrong because it's from Poland.
Oh, there you go.
And it is mostly now sold in the state of Pennsylvania. I wanted to ask you, what type of apples were you using last week?
I think they were, I don't know, they were for pies, though, because we went and picked them. What? What, Carter? Go ahead and tell me then, Carter. Okay, come down here and tell me something. This has been the last 2.5 hours.
So,
What's up? What would you like to tell me?
I just want to,
Give me a hug.
yeah, but I just want to hang out down here for 6 minutes.
He just wants to hang out here for 6 minutes, Case.
I thought you were going to tell us a story on the podcast, Carter.
Can you go upstairs? I'll be up in 6 minutes.
But Daddy, once we down here for 6 minutes.
We're gonna need to just do this. I can't do this.
Daddy, I'm sorry.
What's it like to see a mental breakdown at the other end of a webcam?
It's pretty good. It's pretty fun.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. Carter, please.
So what happened down here?
Those are all your old toys.
What happened down here?
Get away from there. You're gonna get hurt. So, where are you going this week?
Are we finished podcasting?
Do we talk outside of podcasting?
No.
So what's the difference?
Well, because we're in the middle of Jewish apple cake discussion.
Well, I don't want to. Okay, let's talk about Jewish apple cake then. So, you're amending it? Where it's mostly sold in Lancaster now, probably not.
It just says in the state of Pennsylvania, originated in Poland. The apples are common.
Oh yeah. So we picked them, and they were from. So we picked them from the. This is all day, every day, dude. Every day. You can't watch a movie. You can't have a conversation. You certainly can't have a podcast. So we went apple picking at the orchard out there in Moton.
And we got stuck in corn.
We went in the corn maze.
And
there he went.
We went on a bus. They were so scary that we went in the corn and we stuck in the corn maze.
We went in the corn maze and it was so scary. And then it started to rain. And then it was just us in the corn maze.
And nobody was in there.
Nobody was in there.
It
was one of them long ones too. And then we got to the halfway point.
And then our leg was wrong.
Yeah, we got halfway there, and there was an exit, and I was like, "You sure you don't want to take the easy exit out now?" No, we have to be close to the end. No, we're probably about halfway. Sure enough.
And I said that when in the corn maze, and I said, "When are we gonna be back?"
It got progressively harder. And then, it wasn't easy. And then it started raining harder. Yeah. So by the time we got back to the farm, I know where it was. We went to out there at 183. right where it splits to like Strausstown, right after Burnville,
Yeah.
right at that weird turn. There's a little. It's like a recovery center now, but it's a farm.
Okay.
So the boys pet the animals, and then we had some food, and then he painted a pumpkin a couple weeks ago. We did that. Oh, you know what? It was back in June.
And then we were stuck in a corn maze.
Then we got stuck in a corn maze. Yeah, it was like last week or the week before.
I've never done one of those corn mazes. What is that like? Like if it starts downpouring like that and there's rain, how you just have to find your way out?
I mean, realistically, yeah. If you can picture a corn maze and then make a path through it, and then walk around that path, that's pretty much what your corn maze is all about.
Dad, I want to sit with you.
So, come here. Come here. Oh, here. Sit here.
Is there another one?
Nope, just come sit here.
Tell me more about the corn maze, Carter. Was it fun?
Yeah.
What else did we do? Did you paint pumpkins?
Yeah.
And
We paint pumpkins.
and did you eat chili?
Yeah.
And we went for a bus ride.
Yeah.
And who did you see today? Who were we talking to? Earlier today.
I don't know.
You don't know who you were talking to earlier today.
With the
I don't
motorcycles.
Where we saw the motorcycles. Who were you with?
Ho ho.
Ho ho. We were saying hi to everybody. All right. Can you go upstairs and let me talk to Casey for 2 minutes? I'll be up. I'll put a movie on for you. What do you want to watch?
But I'm gonna stay down here for 8 minutes, but that's not.
That's not a long time.
But 8 minutes is a long
Where did the
time.
8 minutes come from?
Was 6 minutes, and then once 6 minutes is up, 4 minutes, and then once that 4 minutes is up, 6 minutes again. Typically, I haven't quite figured it out. So like when we got a new bed.
Okay.
When the baby moved from the bassinet into the crib, and Carter obviously he went from the crib we turned it into a day bed, and then from the day bed we turned it back into a crib for the baby. So Carter essentially moved into our old bed, which wasn't that old, and then we bought a new bed. So he has like this $5,000 bed, so it's still right upstairs. So like, if he's not acting up, one of us will crawl into bed with him, and it's a comfortable. It's not like crawling into a little twin mattress. You know what I mean? It's like you could easily fall asleep in it and be like, okay, this isn't terrible. So I'll go in there at night and put a movie on for him or something, and like just kind of hang out there. And then like when I'm ready for bed, it's Daddy, set an alarm. Daddy, set an alarm for 6 minutes. So I do, and then the 6 minutes comes up, and he's like, no, 4 more minutes, Daddy. And it's like you can't not do it, because then you know. I'd have to imagine Karma plays a good deal about all this. I imagine this is all my doing. So, let's meet sometime, maybe this week.
All right.
I mean, I can kind of run down here and do a half hour at a time, probably, but
All right.
hours are tough.
What are you guys in the basement now? Is your room in the basement now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
So, until we get an addition or move a house, or the comet falls out of the sky and takes the house out, and we get to build a new one.
All right.
Do you know anybody?
I don't.
You don't know anybody who burns houses down?
No. It almost happened that one time.
One time. The new duck looks good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Who did that?
You do. His name is
Fiverr?
No, from Instagram. Found him on Instagram. He's from Indonesia. He's done all of our updated logos for the Den Deluxe Edition Chicken Duck.
Nice.
He does all of our YouTube logos for the Deluxe Edition.
Oh,
He does
nice.
all of the YouTube headers or whatever. You know, like the thumbnail for YouTube.
All the cool shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I'll just start working directly with him then.
Yeah. He's really good.
Cut you out.
Really
Cut you out.
Priced.
Talent with the talent and just cut you out. So Devin's car got.
Want me to go pee down here?
No, go upstairs. Somebody went through Devin's Jeep, took her old insurance information and her registration and some spare change, left the Super Mario RC Racer in the back, and both like $150 car seats and whatever else. Oh, I had a commercial door closer that they left in there, like a hollow metal door closer. But like, you know, she didn't have her doors locked. They didn't go through my car. I think the lights probably turned them on. Or I'd imagine maybe the cat orgy that happens every night on my back porch might have scared them. We'll have to talk about that at good length sometime. Since Oscar's left, or at least since I got the back rear view the rear camera, there's some weird cats in my neighborhood, man. There's a skunk. There's like a huge skunk that just hangs out on my back porch.
With the cats?
No, by himself. Then they come by later. It's bizarre. My kid's trying to jump off. We're going to have to go. I try to use as much of this as you can. See if we need to add to it, we can meet up during the week.
All right.
Do I have to say anything? Do I sign us off?
Yeah.
It's been emotional.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, Jim Sharkey next week. Mike Bichetti calling in.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
we ran
the
out
one.
of time today.
Oh, that's it. We did run out of time. I was thinking, I like Zoom because you can share screen. Don't you want to be able to share?
No, we
I
don't.
like to be able to. Okay. All
I
right.
can add anything that you need me to show. I can add post.
Okay. We need to talk about Carter watching bizarro YouTube videos that I found. Okay. And we also need to talk about people victim blaming my wife on social media for having her car gone through.
You have all that in your notes?
Those are in my notes, but I'll probably delete these because I'm weird.
Don't delete them.
Oh, I have to.
I have a lot of notes too that we didn't go.
It'll give me anxiety if I don't delete them now that I've said them. It'll give me anxiety. Like I have to check off a list that we recorded today, so I can keep moving. I got to keep moving through the list and beat my children. Well, just one.
All right. Bye, Carter.
Bye.
Tell your fans you'll see him next week.
I'll see you next week.
Say,
Okay.
Okay, come here. Say, it's been emotional.
It's a matter though.
Goodbye.
Our podcasts exist because of listeners like you. To find other great shows, head over to the Den.show. Thanks for listening.